The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Catamarans have been getting quite a following, mostly because of their interior space. You can take a 40-foot boat and give it the interior volume of a 65-foot boat. Now, if you take a 74-foot length overall and combine it with the qualities of a catamaran, now you're really talking about something. This is the Horizon PC74, and I'm going to put it through a full features inspection. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll start our features here at the swim platform, of which, of course, being a catamaran, there are two. At its widest point, it comes out 5 feet. Stairs lead up to the cockpit, and there are a nice slope to them. They're not steep stairs. To the starboard side, there's a freshwater shower. To the right side of the stairs, just to the left, there's a holder that controls the platform so we can launch our tender, and there's a connection for refilling our dive tanks. Coming up into the cockpit, huge entertainment platform, 7-foot, 2-inch overhead clearance. Table in the center, seats 8, bench seat to the back, storage is all the way across the aft seating and along both sides. Entertainment is just forward with a 33-inch TV. It's weatherproof, and it can also serve as a repeater to the electronics up in the bridge, so if we wanted to use this as a fishing boat, the fish finder can be displayed right there. I have to appreciate the craftsmanship that went into this table. The grain work is excellent, as is the finish. Dive tank storage is under the cockpit deck as well as under the risers to the stairs to both sides. There's storage alongside the TV, below plenty of open counter space, a sink over to the left-hand side with more storage below that, and then a refrigerator and ice maker. Just under the TV, there's a compartment housing all of the electrical switches, and take a look at this, a built-in key holder so you can lock the key on the boat. Entry gates are to both sides of the aft deck. Gathering can continue at the bow where we have 2 double-wide sun pads. Both can convert into chaise lounge positions, and fully forward, there are aft-facing seats.
Now let's move to the flying bridge. Features here start with an open stern deck behind the main area that can be enclosed in roll-up curtains. This serves as a boat deck with a 1,500-pound capacity crane to starboard, and without the boat, there's plenty of room for deck chairs. 34-inch rails and 4-inch tow rails surround the deck. To port, there's open storage and dedicated space for a propane tank that fuels the grill just alongside. It's lowered in the compartment so the lid can close. To raise it, we crank a handle. Forward and to starboard is a day head, so no need to traipse below when nature calls. Moving into the more protected area of the flying bridge, it starts with U-shaped seating to the port side with a solid wood dining table supported by dual pedestals. A double-wide lounge is ahead offering stunning views. Storage is underneath. Across to starboard is a wet bar with stools on angled swivel pedestals. Aside from offering plenty of open counter space for serving, amenities include a large refrigerated compartment, an ice maker, a refrigerator, and a smaller storage compartment. While a washer and dryer are below, here is a dryer. Storage is under the open counter. A 40-inch flat screen is just above the aft end. 2 across seating is ahead, allowing guests to enjoy the captain's view. It includes a fixed footrest and storage ahead. Now let's take a look at the massive salon of the 74 motor yacht. Horizon takes full advantage of the vessel's 28-foot 4-inch beam to create a salon that's over 21 feet wide and nearly 20 feet fore and aft for a total of over 410 square feet. That means this salon is wider than most 150-foot mega yachts. Seen here is a typical well-built 75-foot monohull motor yacht. As you can see, it has a 19-foot beam and its salon is just 14 feet wide, 7 feet less than the Horizon 74. For entering the salon, twin stainless steel framed glass doors slide open fully to provide a 6-foot 9-inch opening. A small step creates the threshold between the outside and the inside. As we enter, the roominess that a beamy catamaran represents is evident. To port is a large L-shaped sofa, and the windows are just above eye level from the seated position. A beautifully finished table includes storage underneath. 2 freestanding chairs are just alongside. Across is the aft galley. It starts with a finished elevated counter atop the main counter. Below are the same style swivel stools we saw above. Behind are refrigerated drawers, a 2-door wine chiller, and the quality of materials, fit, and finish continues. Across is the sink with storage below, a dishwasher, a full-size oven, a convection cooktop, and fully aft is a full-size refrigerator with dual freezer drawers below. Pantry storage is just behind. There's even more storage all above and across the side windows, and all the way down, there's still more storage. Forward is the dining area with a book-matched table with holly inlay. Ahead, a storage cabinet surrounds a 65-inch TV, and notice how the woodwork of the storage blends in with the same wood trimming the overhead. Now let's move to the accommodation, starting with the forward master. It has the same width as the salon and is nearly 10 feet fore and aft, and the forward windows make it look even larger than its 230 plus square feet. It's a spectacular arrangement with the continuation of the high overhead. Being positioned forward provides prime viewing through windows spanning the width of the stateroom, and they include electrically actuated shades. The berth is center mounted with ornate decor making up and framing the headboard. Adjacent to the entry is a full-length cedar closet. A settee is just ahead. Storage lines the forward bulkhead, and in the center is a TV on an electric lift. To port is a corner-mounted desk with a vanity under a mirrored and lighted lid. At the aft bulkhead is another cedar closet. Alongside that is the entry to the master head. Here we see a continuation of the quality fit and finish the brand is so well known for. Storage is in every conceivable space. A walk-in shower is enclosed and includes a hand wand and overhead rain shower faucet. For the remaining staterooms, there are 2 access points, one to each side of the main deck dining area. Let's start to the starboard side. But before we go below, let's get oriented, because what we're about to see is quite unlike the monohulls we're used to. The Horizon 74 has been configured to have 3 ensuite staterooms, 2 forward with athwartships beds that are 80 inches head to foot and 74 inches wide, 2 inches wider than California King. Aft on the port side is the 3rd stateroom with twins. Note how each has its own ensuite head. To starboard and aft are the crew's quarters. Now again, let's compare the guest stateroom on the Horizon 74 with the same 75-foot monohull as before. Here we find that 2 of the 3 guest staterooms are actually slightly smaller on the monohull than on the Catamaran. This is because there's over 8 feet of width in each of the Cat's hulls. Now, let's continue our inspection. It's hard to ignore the work and detail that went into this beautiful stairway. 5 different materials, all with perfect joinery and finish. Including the one-piece curved wooden rail, speaks volumes of Horizon's dedication to the craft. The bottom of the stairs receives natural light from an opening port light. Surrounding the port light are cabinets and shelves for beach towels and other items. The first of our staterooms is up 3 steps, and given that, I find it unbelievable that there's still 7 feet of headroom here. Hull-side windows provide ample lighting. The berth measures 6 feet 8 inches by 6 feet 2 inches and includes the same decorative headboard that blends into the ceiling decor. The bed's at a comfortable height, but there are also steps to the side to allow elder occupants an easier entry. Under the bed is a large drawer, and on the outboard bulkhead are plenty of drawers and cabinets going forward. Just above is a 32-inch TV. On the forward bulkhead is a large cedar-lined closet, and to the left of that is a handy bin for more storage. As we come out, here's another look at just how much storage there is at the base of these stairs. And continuing out, we come to the crew quarters. Certainly all this can double as guest accommodations, and immediately inside is an elevated single berth with, guess what? Storage beneath. More storage is in a narrow hanging locker alongside the foot of the berth. Just behind is the galley. It features the usual counter space and sink. Above is a repeater display from the bridge and a VHF. Storage is below, and a fridge and freezer is just alongside. Opposite is the crew head, and then the captain's accommodation with queen berth and still more storage. Now let's continue with our tour with the accommodations to the port hull. Much of what we saw to the starboard side is repeated here. Forward is the first stateroom up 3 steps, same storage, ornate door. The stateroom is largely a mirror of the opposite. Just outside is the head. Moving aft, there's the laundry. And for the last stateroom, here is where there's a difference. Where the starboard side had crew space, here is a stateroom with twin berths that can be converted with a filler to form a queen. Another bathroom is just outside that stateroom.
Horizon has been building luxury mega yachts for decades. Now that they've entered the catamaran market, they've taken all of that quality of build, luxury, style, class, and elegance and applied it to their catamaran lineup. And that is my full features inspection of the PC74 from Horizon Yachts. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.